All right, we're here with Sophomores basketball coach Chet Reeder. Chet, you're coming off of a third and state from last year's team. First of all, what are some of the expectations with this group, knowing that you don't have the three-headed monster of James Nieberge, Caleb Seamer, and Brendan Nieberge?
Expectations are the same every year. Get better every day. We expect to be the hardest working team on the floor, first to the floor, be tough, be relentless, play together. That's always our expectation. Every team's different. And that's I've learned through my coaching years. You got to treat every team different, no matter if you have 10 returners or no returners. Every team's different. The makeup's different. So you gotta attack each season with a new mindset.
How are you replacing the three-headed monster of Caleb, James, and Brendan?
It's more guys are going to get more opportunities. You don't replace guys. Nobody ever gets replaced. Just every year, different kids need to step up, fill new roles, fill a role that they haven't played yet. So you don't really replace anybody ever, but it's finding what clicks for each team, finding out what guys are capable of. And we had a lot of guys that improved this summer a lot. It's going to be by committee. This group does very well on the defensive end. We just got to find our identity offensively.
Who are some of the players that have stood out to you the most?
Our 8 seniors have been really good. They've stepped up differently every day. They are not a group of, there's not one guy in the group that really leads with their voice consistently, but they have done it. The 8 of them have done it collectively. They lead by example. They expect a lot of each other and of their teammates. So those 8 seniors have really done a good job this first week leading the way for us to have a very good first week of practice.
Sophomores coming up into the varsity level. How do you feel like they've really transitioned from a freshman to a sophomore to knowing what the varsity level is like?
Well, that's really all of our guys. We only have really 3 guys coming back with any varsity experience. So all these guys are new to it. Every single class has a lot of talent in it. Every single class is learning what it's like to compete in a varsity practice. And like I said, with the exception of 3 of them, they really haven't had a varsity game experience consistently. So that's going to be the true test. That first day at Lawrenceville when we walk on the floor to see how we compete as a group.
What are the seniors showing the younger kids they learned from last year, and being that viable leader of this is how we play here? How is that transition now?
Yeah, that's what I try to get through to them every day is, speak our culture, speak our standard. You have goals for this team, have that expectation and say it. It's one thing to have a goal, but you've got to project that goal onto every single kid, every single day, on and off the floor. So I think that's what and I think that's every group of seniors that have come through, at least in my time, is they not only want to do well, but they want to leave a legacy. They want to leave the place better than when they found it. And we see that in drills. We see seniors bringing guys over and talking to them. It's constant communication. They've done a good job of speaking what their goal is and their standard and our culture all the time.
You have a new JV boys basketball coach, and Justin Fleener, who's the baseball coach here, of course. Coach Craig Toller leaves, and Fleener comes in. How has he been? What does he bring to the table for you as an assistant?
Oh, Coach Fleener's been awesome. He is great at building relationships with the guys. He's great at going over and having one-on-one conversations with them in practice. Helping them get through maybe a hard time, helping them get through adversity. I think that's what he really brings to the table right now. He's still learning, just like the rest of them. But he's going to be a tremendous attribute to our staff. And he knows how to be successful. I know it's a different sport, but He's won 4 state titles. That's, that translates to team sports, from team sport to team sport. So he knows how to coach. We're really excited to have him and his experience on the bench with us.
What presents the biggest challenge for you coming off of last year and not having they haven't played together for so long? What presents the biggest challenge for you for this group?
It's finding out what makes them click, finding out what our offensive identity is. That'll be a challenge. But I've got to do a better job of putting them in better positions. We're going to rely heavily on our defense, especially to start the year, and that's this team's strength, and that's been their strength, ever since they were in 7th grade. But we got to find different ways to score, different guys to fill different roles. That'll be the biggest challenge, and like I tell them, we teams give us their best shot every night, and that's just going to be magnified this year, coming off of what we did last year. Teams are going to want to say, we beat the 3rd place team in the state. So, that just heightens every game for us, and they've got to come out with a competitive edge every single night. But our schedule is built to give these guys a different look throughout the year. They should go into the postseason not surprised by anything, and they crave competition. They want to play those tough teams. They want to see what they need to improve on. I mean, our guards really do want to do that. They tell us, that they want to play hard teams, teams that might beat them. That's what they want. They want to play those type of teams where they got to show up every night. And that's what we've done. It's another tough schedule. I'm not going to say it's the toughest, but we're proud of the schedule we put together, and we will be challenged in different ways throughout the season. It'll be, hopefully, in the long run, it works out for us in the postseason. There's always expectations from the community, but what I've grown to learn that more than anything, they just want their kids to be pushed. They want their kids to be held to high expectations, and for them to and from a basketball standpoint, put a good product on the floor. I don't think it's necessarily about wins and losses. I don't think that's really the end goal. And I think the community really embraces. I feel like they've embraced the way that I coach, and I think the two of us go hand in hand on our styles and our philosophies, and what our values are, and how family's important, God's important, and then basketball comes in later. But we're really proud of what we do, and we hope we continue to just make the surrounding area proud of us. My favorite part is getting to spend time with them every day. That really is my favorite part. They challenge me. They expect me to know what I'm doing, and expect me to push them. So that's my favorite part. I love getting to come to work every day. I love coaching these kids. Every group's different, but I love every group just as much. All those guys learned a lot from that senior class last year. They were very demanding, all 5 of them. They were demanding of each other and of the other guys on the floor. So they learned a lot through that. And Joey will be a big help to Austin. Joey and Garrett and Mitch. They're the 3 that has the varsity experience. So they will be a big help as far as expressing to these guys what it's like, what to expect, and then those 3 got to do a good job of getting us together when things aren't going great. When adversity shows its face, they gotta rally the troops.
What excites you the most right now with this group and the season start?
Their energy every day. That's what excites me. They come to practice. I call it day one energy. you know, today's our 9th practice, and they'll have the same energy that they had day one, which is awesome. They bring it every day. Which makes me bring it, be my best every day for them. That's what excites me about them. They're gritty. They're tough. They play with heart and guts. You know, that's what excites me about them.
First of all, congratulations on a great year last year, and I look forward to seeing you guys play this year, and good luck this season.
Thank you, Tyler.